XJ Talk Show.
It's on.
Now. Howdy folks, this is Tony Motoroy from xjtalk.com on a special edition of the Jeep Cherokee xjtalk.com show. Easy for me to say. This is a little test to see how many people actually pay attention to when the show's on. And so far it looks like not many. Yeah, basically it's just going to be me screwing around, so listen or watch at your own risk. This segment sponsored by fourwheelingplus.com. Do you own a Jeep? Do you need help getting it up? Check out fourwheelingplus.com for great deals on Jeep lift kits. That's the number 4 wheeling plus plus.com. xjtalk.com.
xjtalk.com.
It's where you go when you're not off-road. Hey, how would you like to advertise on XJ Talk Show and reach a worldwide Jeep audience? Just send an email to advertise@xjtalk.com for more information.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you about xjtalk.com. It's a great site. There's no bashing. Everybody's nice and friendly. Great place to be.
Hello, this is Kurt, aka Weldman from Wisconsin. If you're looking to get some great information or share what you know about your XJ, and you need to see some pictures of other XJs to get some great ideas or how-tos, this is the place. We come from all over the world, so you might even make a few great friends. You won't find a better group of people to chat with, and best of all, we don't judge you for your ride. So stock or super modified, you are always welcome here. So look no further, xjtalk.com, the place you need to be. So sign up, sign in, and have some fun.
Okay, so I went and closed the door to the server so there wouldn't be so much background noise. Hopefully that sounds a little better. If you noticed it, it could be that I'm just the only one that's got the critical error enough to even care. Well, I was sitting here looking at the chat on xjtalk.com, and I thought, well, there's quite a few people there. Maybe I'll just crank up the equipment and start broadcasting and see if I can entice anybody into a little spur of the moment show. And let's see, Rugged One is saying, Tony, about that t-shirt post, I'm missing something, or does it say xjtalk.com on the back? I don't know. we were trying to get some. We were trying to get about enough, like 12 or 15 people to agree on what should be on the XJ Talk T-shirt. And I'm not a big fan of black T-shirts. I'm a fat boy, and I live in the deep South. Any deeper south, and I would be in the Gulf of Mexico. Anyway, black is a great color if you like to absorb a lot of heat, which I don't. But that was the color that everybody was interested in, so that's what we went for. I was just throwing some stuff together as far as examples, putting up some posts to see what the people would like to be on the T-shirt, and to my surprise, they weren't that critical. And what I just threw together, they liked. And I'm just doing a search here on the site, and let's see, XJ Talk T-shirts, the design. And I wonder if this is the right one or not. This is the one where I put up the sizes and the shirt. So if you're curious about seeing the shirt, let's see, is this the right one? Yeah, it's pretty simple. It has just the standard circular XJ Talk logo, where if there was a pocket on the front of the shirt, it's about where it would be, but it's a little larger than what would fit on a pocket. And on the back, it's an image of Scott's Jeep XJ4iV, and it shows him flexing it pretty well. And actually, that picture was before a number of changes that he had done to his Jeep Cherokee. And then xjtalk.com in red on top of that. Basically, the shirt's black with white everywhere except for where it says xjtalk.com. And yeah, I see what he's talking about now. It actually says xtalk. I'm glad I didn't order those. Let me just type back to him real quick. Yeah, I left out the J. I do that sometime. Yeah, so basically it just has xtalk.com. I wonder if I corrected that. I'm gonna scroll down here a bit. Oh, anyway, if you wanted to see the shirt, you could just do a search for T-shirt, and the name of the thread is where is it? I said it a while ago. XJ Talk T-shirts, the design. So let's see what else. Go in there and put T-shirt and look for other posts. XJ Talk T-shirts. That one is. That one looks like it's been closed. That's probably the one prior. Oh, that's interesting. I missed it on all of them. All the little T-shirts that I put up, they all say xtalk, xtalk, xtalk. Yep, because I just went through and I would change the shirt and keep the design. Well, it's easy enough to fix. Easy enough to fix, and apparently easy enough to miss. So let's see. No, still don't have anybody in here. Well, let's see. I'm going to try putting this up on the Ustream. Just rambling about xjtalk.com. It's pretty boring stuff. Now I got a theory that when I send those messages out on Twitter and Facebook, it does it automatically from Ustream has it set up where it does it automatically. You just put in there, what are you broadcasting? And it sends those things out. My theory is that I should have a couple of guests show up. And I think it's an automated thing. I think that there's some automated thing out there that watches for tweets or Facebook updates. And when it sees the link, it automatically connects over. Don't see anything yet. I'm usually pretty well involved in the show on Wednesday night to do anything other than just casually notice it in between thinking about the other stuff. Still not there. One thing I'll mention, I was really surprised that shortly after I started doing the podcast and the live show back in December of 2010, I was wanting to post the shows up on YouTube, and I was trying to put up an audio only, since my main idea on this thing was to do was just to have a podcast, which is audio only. And once I saw that they didn't really handle MP3s, they wanted a video file. I thought, well, I can record it with Ustream, and then, oh, look, I can download it from Ustream, and I can upload it to YouTube. But the show was an hour. I think one of the first shows were like an hour and a half long or something. And to my utter amazement, I saw a little notice. I think it was up on my YouTube page. You've been approved for videos greater than 15 minutes. And I really didn't think anything of it. I was just, I had an hour and 20-minute show or something, and I uploaded it. And to my surprise, they accepted it, and it was posted, and so on and so forth. So I've been trying to keep the shows down to an hour since then. So it hasn't been an issue as far as uploading hour-long shows. Every week, every Wednesday night, I upload an hour show, and it depends on how much video I have in the show. Like what you see right now, if you're watching the YouTube or the Ustream feed, or the recording, you'll see it just says the XJ Talk logo and has a Jeep Cherokee website, xjtalk, www.xjtalk.com, and it's a nice static image. Well, that means that it's only the audio that's really making a difference in the size of the data, the amount of data that's being stored. So the video usually is around 100 meg, 120 meg. And then one week I did I did a lot of video on the show. I think I put myself up on there, and I don't move around a lot when I talk, and the frame rate's kind of low. But boy, just having my image up there, I think it was double the size what it normally is, like 200 meg. So it was quite a bit larger, and it makes sense because it's encoding all the video now as well as the audio. But I was really surprised how large it was. Anyway, I uploaded that one to YouTube, and just fine. I mean, it was an hour-long video, but instead of it being 100 meg or so, it was closer to 225, I think. And so YouTube has been great. I like having it on Ustream, of course, but it's nice to have it on YouTube. It gives you another avenue. Another group of people that may be aware of YouTube and not aware of Ustream. And I think the video quality is better on YouTube than it is on Ustream. But they're both free, so I'm not going to complain. I was actually looking at a high def camera. They make the little webcams now in high def. I'm sure the quality isn't all that good, but at least it gives you the wide, the 14 by 9, 14 by 10, I'm sorry, the 16 by 9 or 16 by 10 format. So I was thinking about that, but I mean, they're not very expensive either. I mean, I guess it's like most things in technology. As technology gets more prevalent, the prices go down. And I think those high def cameras, webcams is what I'm speaking of, for $30-40. So not bad. But then I got to thinking about it. I don't do that much on the that much video during the broadcast. So why spend the money? Why divert my attention someplace else? Got other things to do. One of the things that I was pretty happy with last month. Well, let's see. Let me just update the screen here, and I'll tell you exactly when it was. It was, 3 weeks ago. The most members online over a 24-hour period was 137. 3 weeks ago at 2:42 a.m. 137. I remember getting in the 80s, 70s and 80s, and having 70 or 80 members on in a 24-hour period. So, if a member came on for 2 seconds, it registered that at that time. And basically, this is just a count of how many of those members came on, just was on the server. It doesn't say for how long. It could have been 2 seconds. It could have been 2 hours or 23 hours, 59 minutes. It puts them in the list as being on. And then this thing goes through and says, okay, in the 24-hour period, how many members had signed on? And we were running around 70, 80. And I remember we hit 90. I think we got up to 97. And oh man, I was really excited. And I thought, man, it would just really be cool to hit 100. And shortly after we started doing the show, I think that it I don't know, it's kind of hard to get clear in my head as far as if it's making a difference or not, because I don't have a lot of subscribers to the show. But it seems that we're getting a lot more members on the site. Now, the show gets posted up on Facebook, and if you're not familiar with Facebook, XJ Talk on Facebook, we're on there. We're on Twitter, and you can follow, not as well as you can by going to the site and reading the post, but if you follow us on Twitter, you'll see a post every so often. I think once every hour it'll post the last three. It'll tweet the last 3 posts that were put up. And if there were no new posts during that hour, you won't see anything. But it's kind of a neat way of staying in contact with xjtalk.com, the website, and maybe finding out about something that you might normally miss. Now, we've got quite a few people that check in just daily, and we're very, very fortunate that we're getting so many posts now that there's something to look at on a daily basis. That took a while to get there. But anyway, one day after we were doing the podcast for a while, I noticed that we were hitting around 100, 107, 109, and this is something I've been keeping up with as far as monitoring that magical 100 members on in a 24-hour period. And not only did we hit it, we passed it by almost 10 members. And then I remember posting about it. I was very excited. And as the night progressed, and that was the other weird thing, that even after like 11 o'clock at night, the numbers of members on in a 24-hour period were still increasing. And I had to go to work the next day, and I really didn't think it was going to get higher than, I think it was 124. No, it was 127. I remember that was my last post about it. And our overnight moderator, Brian XJ, posted the next morning that it had hit 137 in a 24-hour period. And my goodness, I mean, not only did we hit 100 members in a 24-hour period of time, we exceeded it by 37 members. I was just really ecstatic about that. That was, it's so funny. You have a goal, and sometimes you don't make your goal. Other times you do, and other times you just well surpass it. And I don't know. I mean, I really don't know how this stuff works. I read things. I try to put things up that are interesting. I try to put things up that are a little different than what you may see on other Jeep sites. And try to keep the site friendly and respectful, and a light, cheery attitude. And I think it's working. I don't know. I guess there's other sites that have done better in 2 years than what XJ Talk has done, as far as getting members and getting posts and so on and so forth. But this being my first really, I've had other websites, but this is the first one that I've really tried to advertise and promote, which I guess is the same thing, but consciously try to make decisions to increase its membership. And it's working. I had another site going that, well, actually it was xjtalk.com, TJ being the two-letter designator for a Wrangler type of Jeep. And TJ Talk, we got members, but I think we got as many as 50. And I ran that one a year. And the software, the V-Bulletin software, it was like $175 for a year, $170 for a year. And then when that year was up, you could renew it, but they changed the model. They didn't want to do renewals. They wanted you to purchase it. And it's not a bad deal. It's good software, but they wanted you to purchase it for like $200 something. It was cheaper than if you were trying to purchase it for the first time. But I just didn't have $200 to spend on a site that wasn't generating any traffic. I mean, we actually changed the name from TJ Talk to Wrangler Talk so we could bring in the YJs, the JKs, et cetera, and the only thing I can think of, well, the only thing that everybody was telling me was there's just a lot of Jeep Wrangler type sites, and I thought there was a lot of Jeep Cherokee sites, so I didn't understand the correlation. So there's some sort of formula that I stumbled on, the right group of people initially or something that that I was able to, right time, right place, to get the right mix to get this thing to gel. And just using the same type of formula on TJ Talk and then name change to WranglerTalk.com, it just didn't work. Now I still have the site. I'm planning on keeping it, and whenever things get better and I can afford to buy the software, I'll put it back up. I really like Wranglers, and in fact that's what the wife and I were looking at buying whenever we purchased the Jeep Cherokee. And there was two reasons why we got that. Our two little girls were like 3 and 4 at the time, and I thought a 4-door would make a lot more, in more cargo area, would make a lot more sense than Wrangler. And I figured we could always get the Wrangler later. So the one thing was that our daughters were 3 and 4, and the other issue was the Jeep was bright red, fire engine red, and my wife and I, our favorite color is red. So it's a nice bright red Jeep, and you know, even 12 years later, 13 years later, it still looks really good. The paint's a little more scratched now that I've been taking it off-road, but it's all in the clear coat, so it wouldn't require much to get that out. But I don't plan on I plan on going back out, so you know, cleaning it up might be a wasted effort to just take it back out there and get it scratched again. And of course, every time I clean up those clear coat scratch marks, the clear coat's going to get a little thinner, so that means I'll have less protection between the tree limbs and the paint. So this is really interesting. We are, let's see, look at the software here, 23 minutes into this impromptu show, and I've got 0 viewers. 0. Okay, so now I'll go over here to the XJ Talk site and type in broadcasting, can't spell, broadcasting live, see. Okay, so we have a little chat in xjtalk.com if you're not familiar with the website, and it's at the top of every page. It's some software that I downloaded for free off the V-Bulletin website called Chatbox. So got that chat box, loaded it into the V-Bulletin software, and it took me a little while to figure out all the little subtle nuances of it, but I finally figured out how I could put it on various pages. You can put it top, bottom, blah blah blah, and then you can choose what type of page, like there's private messages, there's posts, there's forums, there's all those little areas have different names. And you can put it on those different pages, or you can put it on all of them. So I chose to put it on all of them at the top. So basically what that lets somebody do is they can, cruise the website and keep an eye on chat. Now you may scroll down and not be able to see the chat, but you can quickly scroll back up and see if there was an answer to your response, or if somebody just says hello and is jumping on there. Okay, now this is interesting. I went over to the XJ Talk website a few seconds ago, and in chat I said broadcasting live, come see. And Dalton 4x4 has joined us. Hey Dalton. And we have 2 guests that have joined. So my theory that there was some sort of bot activity that was monitoring the Twitter and Facebook is wrong. There's somebody, actually 2 somebodies, that are either in the XJ Talk chat that haven't logged into Ustream, or they haven't created accounts. Okay, now viewers 3. Okay, so apparently it's Big Jim and Argonard that were as guests, and now they're actually logged into the chat. Who's on? You mean who's on the show? Me. Oh, maybe who's in the chat room? I gotta quit breathing into the microphone. Yeah, I'm just messing around. Just thought there was several people in the chat room on the website, so I thought, well, this is interesting. I wonder if anybody will notice if I'm broadcasting on Ustream. So I've been sitting here for the last 30 minutes. Let's see. 27 minutes and 7 seconds. And actually, I played some music just prior to starting the recording. So I've probably been here 30 minutes talking away, and nobody's been on. Nobody's been in the and watching me at all. So I sent out a message on Twitter and Facebook, which I don't think any of you guys are. Well, Jim, you're on Facebook. Well, Renee, you are too. Dalton, I can't remember. You're on Facebook, aren't you? Talking to the people in the chat room. Yeah, he says yeah. So I don't guess you guys watch monitor Facebook, because I sent out a message about 30 minutes ago that I was broadcasting. Anyway, I had a theory that if I put up the message out on Twitter and Facebook, that there were some bots, some automatic programs that would monitor that and then jump in here and start, I don't know, monitoring something, or I don't know what the hell they do. Whatever they were programmed to do. But nothing. So I just put the message in the chat box on XJ Talk, and all you guys showed up. So blows my theory. Okay, so let's see. We'll make Big Jim a moderator. We'll make Renee a moderator. We'll make Dalton a moderator. Okay, and now all you guys can pick on Wayne. No, we'll make Wayne a moderator too. So if you guys look at the Dalton says, damn. So if you look under if you click the little, I don't know, picture of a person where it says, if you put your mouse over it, I think it says users. You guys are all blue now. And if you take your mouse pointer and put it all over in the chat area, you'll notice that as you move your mouse pointer, little red X's show up next to people's names, or actually next to where they've typed stuff in. And Renee has clicked an X and removed Wayne's comment. I don't know, Big Jim, try it. Big Jim says, mod, does that mean I can say bad things now? I think you can misspell words and it won't do anything to you, Wayne. Anyway, if you put the mouse pointer over somebody's name, then you can do things to them. I mean, over their name and then click their name, it'll pull up their little I don't know, information, and you can see where it says private message, follow, ban, kick, timeout, demod, and following. So you can actually the timeout is kind of interesting. If you put somebody in timeout, that means they can't type anything in chat for 5 minutes. Does what show up? Oh yeah, it shows up. Huh, that's interesting. Big Jim, yours says censored. So also too, under chat options, you can do things like click on allow links. And then if you do that, when you type in stuff like, website stuff, it'll show up and people can actually click on it. Let me see. Okay, do this again. Broadcasting. Live. Come see. So, as many of you know, Scott, XJ4IV, has rejoined the ranks, the fold, the website. Happy about that. I was sorry that he no longer wanted to be associated with XJ Talk, and I guess it's only been a couple of weeks and he's back, so I guess he missed us. He either missed us or he has a plan. I think he just missed us. And let's see, who do we lose? Oh, we lost Rini. Argonard. I think Rini got banned. Let's see. Yeah, Wayne says he banned him. Did you get banned, Rini? Typing in chat on XJ Talk. Let's see. Rini said check my voicemail. I don't know if I have this set up right or not. Let's see.
Hey, pick up the phone. Tell him pricks to put me back on, man. Bye.
Yeah, I didn't have it set up right, so it would play. It would play over the air, but I heard it. Let's see. Let me go back over here. I'll just call him. Yeah, Wayne, I can't believe you banned Rini. 936. Make sure I don't dial the wrong number. That would be very confusing to somebody.
Hello?
Thank you for calling Dialing for Dollars. Are you listening to the show?
Yeah, I sure am. Tell his ass to put me back on.
I don't think he knows how. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know how to unban somebody.
Yeah, I don't either. I logged off and logged back on. It let me see the show, but it will not let me get back into chat room.
Let's see. I bet you I can figure this out. I'm smart. Oh, there's the ban list. And XJ Talk ban. Huh. Oh, here we go. I bet you this is it. I can do delete and delete. Now try it. Now try logging on.
Okay, I'm going to log back off and log back in. For some reason, they ain't letting me do that. Where are we at?
Well, there's Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon is gray. Blue Dragon, be careful. I've made everybody moderators, and that means not only can they ban you, they can ban each other. It might wind up being a ban fest here pretty soon.
Hey, I'm back in.
Oh, good. Well, that was a good test, because now I know how to delete bans. I think I know. I was just kind of clicking and happened across it. So your winch is back in working order.
Yep.
Did you is that a part that you would be able to change? I mean, the solenoid was bad, right?
Yeah.
Is that a part that you could, if you had an extra one, is that something you think you could change out on the trail, or is it something you
Yes,
need
I could easily.
Oh, cool. Well, that's not a bad deal. How much are those solenoids?
$135.
Holy crap.
Yep.
Well, the next time you go to do a recovery like that, you might want to get an agreement for them to pay $950, like the record company wanted.
Trying to log back in. Yeah, I know. Well, but as much as I use my winch, how could I possibly blame it on one recovery?
Oh, no. I'm sure that's the one that did it in, because that was a long, hard pull. But I'm not trying to make the guys feel bad about it. Obviously, you were out there and you knew the risks and so on and so forth. But so, really not trying to make them feel bad about it. Rini says in chat, "You ass, Wayne." Hey, Wayne, you want to? I don't know. Maybe you would rather be in chat, but you want to call in on Skype, talk on the show a little bit. I'd like to find out how things are going. I know Wayne has to reconfigure his laptop every time he wants to talk on Skype.
Hey, I've actually put. I actually took my doors off my Jeep today.
Really? How was that? Yep. Is that the first time you've done that?
First time.
How was it?
Kind of a pain in the butt. I mean, I had to remove the doors from the hinges first, and if I would have had more time, I'd have took pictures. I'll actually take pictures tomorrow. But I removed the doors from the hinges. Now I've got to cut the hinges off and make them easily removable now. But for right now, they're just off.
So do you think you can do it where it will seal as well as it did, be as sturdy as it was before, but it will be easy to remove?
Oh yeah, the doors are not a structural part of your Jeep.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as well, you don't have air conditioning, so you probably don't care about the noise. But I was thinking about wind noise and stuff coming in from around the door.
Yes, wind noise is kind of a pain in the ass. You can't hear on your cell phone at all anymore. And I just read Blue Dragons. I would love to remove my doors, but the wiring would be a pain in the butt. It is not a pain in the butt. You remove both lower kick panels on the driver, on the driver's and passenger side, and there's one plug on the passenger side and two plugs on the driver's side. Unplug them, push the plugs right out the holes, and they come right out. The only thing that I had to do that I wasn't thinking I would have to do was my dome lights were staying on, so I just unplugged both of my dome light strikers in the doors.
Oh, that makes sense, because the little plungers weren't pressed in.
Right. So I just went ahead and just unplugged them, and that's working great now.
I don't know how many wires are in that harness, but did you think about moving the connection closer to the door so you can just hook them up and disconnect them real easy instead of having to push it down?
No, actually, you know what? There's like 20 wires in the driver's door. So that's not something that's easily done. But what I did is on my kick panel, I only put one screw back in it, so it's easily removed now.
Okay. Wayne said he banned you again.
No, not yet. I'm still on there. Well, let me see. Let me try to... No, I'm still good.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, okay. Well, I wonder who he banned. I didn't see you. I had to update my thing, so. There we go.
I went ahead and my doors are removed. Now, I think I'm going to freeze my butt off tomorrow, but yeah, oh well.
Oh, I didn't realize that you still had them off. I thought you took them off and put them back on.
No, they're off. They're at the shop.
Hey, does Dan still work there?
Yep, Dan's still there.
Has he done anything to his Jeep? Dan, by the way, cut his top off of his 2001 two-wheel drive Jeep Cherokee and built a really nice cage. It wasn't a fully functional cage, but it was very well. It looks very nice. I don't know. At the time that I saw it, he didn't have any bracing bracing going down from the front of the cage down to the floor. So it wasn't necessarily a functional roll cage. It was more just cosmetic. But I think he had planned on doing more to it. Has he done anything to it?
He got the top made finally.
Oh, how does that look?
Looks good. It looks like a bikini top on a Wrangler.
Is it a full top or just the little bit?
Yeah, just like a bikini top.
Oh, okay. So he hasn't gone with the full one yet. Do you know if he's still going to make get the full one it made that he was talking about? Basically, it would cover the entire exterior of the Jeep where it's open on top.
Yeah, no, they would. He is going to do that. He just hasn't done it yet. He just did what he did, so he has it operational for the moment.
Right. Well, he needs some sort of cover on it. How long did he have that without a cover?
Over a year.
Wow. And we had that really cold weather. That's his only vehicle, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep, sure did.
Has he put a Dana 30 on the front. Did he ever hook that thing up?
Transfer case and everything's in it, but he has not actually made it work yet. Oh, who made all of us non-people?
That would be me.
So
you're still
banning all of each other.
You're still people. You're just not mods.
I was fixing to ban Wayne.
Okay, there you go.
Uh-oh. Bye-bye, Wayne. Bye-bye, Wayne. Where you at? There you go, buddy. See ya. Paybacks are a bitch.
Oh, man.
What? Oh, how do you still type? I just banned him.
Let's see.
Maybe the band's not working.
Well, he's not listed.
Yeah, unban him, Tony. Be nice.
Here we go. Hang on. Press the button. Make it go. Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Tony, how are you?
Good. So I heard some despot just banned you in chat. I don't know. That was a bad thing to do.
Not like I would ever do that to you, Wayne.
Are you able to hear Rainey, Wayne?
Yes, but echoing.
How's things going over there? Is it still, you got 10, 12 trimmers a day? Did I lose you, Wayne?
You there?
Are you able to hear us okay?
Yeah, but it's repeating itself, Tony.
Trying to think of why.
That's probably because Rennie's on there, Ban him, man. Ban him.
We thought you might be crying or something, Wayne.
So is Rennie's repeating, or is it just me?
You're repeating I can put up with, Tony, but Rennie's repeating I can't.
But you're not still listening to the show, are you?
Oh, possibly. Hang on.
Because that will definitely repeat.
That's what I was doing the other day when I was on Skype. I was listening to the show and was talking to you on Skype, and that just screwed it all up.
Oh, that'll drive you.
I was getting all kinds of weird shit on that one.
That'll drive you insane.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's the.
I just rang up to complain about that fellow Rennie, mate. He banned me.
I wouldn't do that to you, buddy.
It's good that they're not ban happy on the site, isn't it?
Oh, maybe we might have started something.
Mod Wars. It'll be the new Facebook game.
I banned Kenny today. How many did you get?
Hey, the bad part for poor Wayne, he ain't got a Facebook account. He couldn't get a hold of you and say, hey, they banned me again, damn it.
I'll just ring you.
So what's going on in New Zealand, Wayne? Is it getting any better, any worse, same as before?
It's quieter the last 24 hours maybe, but everyone's all leaving because that predictions this weekend. You know that links I put up, that Moon Man, the 20th of March.
I haven't seen it. I didn't see your post. So there's that guy's predicting another major.
Yeah, on this weekend, 3 days either side of the 20th.
Hey, Wayne, are the wife and kid gone yet, or are they still there?
Oh, they're going to hang now, mate, because they reckon we might be in the safest place.
Yeah.
Really? I thought you were going to send them off.
No, they've changed their mind now, mate. We've just done a emergency kit, and it's already just around the Jeep, and we get a big one, we'll just head up the hills for a bit, if they're still there.
Okay. Well, what's I was reading the thing that you posted about the flooding. Is that going to, would that affect your neighborhood or what?
No, the mother-in-law might get it around that area. The lower lying areas, the rivers. The river here is not affected by us.
You're just pissed off about that, aren't you?
This could get ugly.
On a banner.
Poor Wade will be up there on the roof cheering. Yay!
Oh, man.
No, at the lower lying houses, and probably is going to really stuff up the sewer more than what's already stuffed, you know. It'll be raw sewer again floating.
Hey, Wayne, Bear just asked, how's your house holding up now, Wayne? You said it was shaking the last quake.
Yeah, we've still got more cracks and stuff. They've got to reassess it. They've got to start from scratch again, reassess all the houses again. So we've probably got a wee bit more than last time. It's still structurally sound, though.
And by the way, Paul, it's just a BSing show.
Yeah, BS. Unlike the Wednesday night shows, which are completely professional.
Well, no, you just weren't invited, man.
Yeah, there's that. Some of us are actually reading y'all's posts, so be careful.
We've had several people leave, but Punisher showed up. You know,
Jim still on?
I'm sorry?
Jim still on?
Nope. Jim is not on. Oh, well, no, he's not. He was, but he's not.
He's on the site banning us all. He's getting in first.
Preemptive bans. Well, you know, this is pretty funny. I don't know if any of you guys watch Bill O'Reilly on the O'Reilly Factor Fox News, but the other day I happened to catch it while it was on. I recorded on the PVR, but I was actually watching it live. And this was right after the Japan earthquake, the 8.9. Of course, it's been upgraded to a 9.0 now. But anyway, he was talking to a government geologist, either a government or a college, I can't remember, but an official geologist. Geologist, I don't know, earthquake guy. And he was asking him...
Gynecologist.
There you go, a gynecologist. Holes in the ground.
That's a crack doctor, right?
That's right. Can you... Okay, never mind. Anyway, so he says... New Zealand, Christchurch, now Japan, is this part of a bigger picture? And the guy says something along the lines of, the Sumatra quake, now the New Zealand quake, and Japan, and 2012 is just right around the corner. And there's this long pause. Bill O'Reilly goes, 2012? What do you mean? He goes, the Aztec thing. And Bill says, you're kidding, right? And the guy goes, yeah, I am.
God. I've got a really cool video. Go ahead, Wayne. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I rewound that and on the PVR and had my wife come watch it. It scared her to death. She thought this government official guy was saying about the major problem that we were supposed to have in 2012, the Mayan curse thing.
Oh, right.
So anyway, it freaked her out. It was hilarious. I couldn't believe the guy did that on O'Reilly's show. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, Tony, do you ever look up the Chronicle's website?
No.
By the way, for all of y'all that aren't from the Houston area, the Chronicle is the big newspaper here in Houston, Texas. Well, they had a video from the tsunami that is the coolest video I've seen yet. Some guy is filming it as it's coming in. He's standing on the road with no water, watching the water come at him, and he starts. There's a staircase going up the side of this hill, and he's walking up the side of this hill as it's coming in, as the water gets deeper. I'll post it on XJ Talk, the link to it, but it is the most awesome video I've ever seen. I mean, it is. You watch. First off, cars are floating by, debris, then cars, then houses, and then just you name it, it is floating by. It is the most unbelievable video I've ever seen so far from the entire tsunami thing.
Well, I'll just repeat what Mark at Detours mentioned today in chat. He was really surprised how well those Japanese vehicles float. There was a lot of floating vehicles.
I think I said that. Tony just said he was surprised how well they float. That's what we were saying. It's like, yeah, man, them things are some airtight little vehicles.
Yep. I was telling my wife when we were watching some of that last night, I think. I said, it's weird. All those are Japanese cars. I don't see any American cars or any Mercedes or...
Yeah, my Jeep's out of Japan. It floats.
Well, I guess that's how they ship them over.
Just tie them all into the boat and just have them float behind it?
Just tie them out. I mean, as long as you're not running the engine, there's no hydrolock, right?
That's true. But I'll tell you what, man, this video was pretty amazing. I mean, it truly was, out of all the videos I've seen about it, one of the most amazing videos I've seen so far.
Well, the thing that struck me is you see on all these Hollywood disaster movies this 3,000-foot wall of water cresting and crashing down like it's a breaking wave. And then you see the reality of admittedly, this is like from an asteroid impact was the one I'm referring to, but even a 3 or 5 foot wave, that video of how the tidal wave was coming in on the airport across the tarmac. And I'm thinking to myself, I think I could outrun that. I don't know if I could run that long, but I think I could outrun it. I think it would have been really cool if there'd been some Japanese guy out there just in front of it, playing chicken with it.
It really, it's nothing like you see in the movie.
No,
That's the amazing part of it. It's not like this 30-foot wave that looks like somebody should be surfing it. I mean, it's just this big blob of water coming at you.
Yeah, and it just keeps coming, and it's the overall force of the water that's moving things, bringing them up and moving them. And of course, I don't even think there's that much as far as down current goes, but you get this churning mix of wood and nails and debris and stuff, and it tears people up. So it's insidious. I mean, and I think it is somewhat unimpressive. The Sumatra tsunami was more impressive, how it came up and it came up quickly. The one that I saw.
Oh no, Tony, the video I have of it, the video that was on the Cron, you will be impressed. It is way more what you think was happening than what you've seen, like at the airport. It's way more dramatic. You'd be going, oh shit. I mean, there's a few times that I thought to myself, why is that guy not running at this point?
You have to wonder. People will roll a Jeep, and you'll be seeing the Jeep, it'll start to roll, and all of a sudden you see the ground because the person has moved the camera down, pointing at the ground, and you're thinking to yourself, what the hell? Pick the camera back up, I want to see. So for somebody to be going in a life-threatening situation and holding the camera up and maintaining that's pretty impressive.
There guys. I'll jump off.
Oh, you're going to leave? Okay.
Talk to wifey. Wants to talk to me.
Okay, I was going to ask you if it was something we said. See you later, Wayne.
No. I'll back on chat later.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Later.
Okay, guys. Good to catch up.
Yeah, but I'll post this. The links, and I got another really good link from that Japanese tsunami thing. That's damn, what am I trying to say? It is a satellite photograph, and it's like before and after photographs. But you take your cursor, and you just run over this line, and you move it left to right on the page, and it's like exact photographs on top of each other, and as you move the cursor, one is before tsunami, and as you move the cursor over, it's after tsunami. And it's like entire towns or entire subdivisions are gone. I mean, just not there anymore. And it's exact same photograph laid on top of each other. Super cool. Matt found it and emailed it to me, and I'll post it up because it's really, really neat.
Oh, speaking of the Japanese tsunami, did you guys did you hear about the Gilbert? You guys know who Gilbert Gottfried is, right?
Yeah.
Comedian. Did you know that he was the voice for the duck in the Aflac commercials?
Yeah, he's Aflac duck.
Right. I didn't know. Did you also know that he was fired today?
No, for what?
He made a joke on Twitter about the Japanese disaster. It was basically something like this. If you lost your Japanese girlfriend in the tsunami, don't worry. Another one will float by in 15 minutes.
Okay, maybe that's not as funny as it sounds, but it sounds pretty good.
It's very irreverent. It's very uncaring of the situation, the dire situation that the coast of Japan is in. But as far as comedy goes, that's pretty. It's like farting in church. It's not something you're supposed to do, but it's get you giggling when you hear it, because it's just irreverent humor.
Where would I put this? I know there was a post on here on the all of the stuff that's going on. Was that under General Talk? Do you remember, Tony?
Let me see. I'll just do a search on Japan, because I think I went in there and changed it. It was something like Japan's turn or something like that. Let's see. There's the New Zealand quake update.
Disasters in the news. That's the one?
Well, there's several. There's that's the one I posted. There's one called Japan Disaster.
Where's it at?
I just did a search on Japan. You know, the search on this software is really sucky, because you put in Japan, it'll find Japan. You put in Japan's plural, then it'll find Japan's plural. Where you would think, or you would hope, that if 99% of the letters are in the word, that it would, show that as a choice. Let me try Japan's, because I think Wayne put in Japan's turn. I think that was his thread.
Let's see what I got.
Oh, it's earthquake. It's Japan's turn. Not good. Yeah, it was Wayne's. That's in the chapel section. I don't know if that's the one you were looking at. I mean, you were thinking of or not. That's the one.
Well, here's one Japan disaster.
That's fine.
And that's the one put on there by JCCATT. I can't pronounce his name. That's the guy that's over there.
I put up a bunch of videos in that one that Wayne. I don't know if you saw those videos or not. I put up a bunch of videos from YouTube in that one that Wayne started.
I'll put it in there then, because it kind of goes along with it here. But it's in the chapel section.
Yep, chapel. Let's see. Chapel. I don't know if you can click on that link, but I just put the link up in the chat room on Ustream.
Subforums, chapel. Yep, it's Japan's turn up there.
Yeah, politics, religion, the chapel. Rugged One was just telling me in chat that it on the back of the T-shirts that I had done a mock-up on online, it doesn't say XJ Talk. It says X Talk.
Oops.
Glad we didn't order those yet.
Yeah, no joke.
That was back from like November, December when I did that. Yeah, I read a thing today. There's a guy at work who has a friend that is a nuclear scientist, and he wrote a multi-paragraph layman's simple terminology why the reactor in Japan is not going to melt down.
And why?
I didn't read the whole thing, but basically it started with the crap that the news media is talking about is just that. It's crap. There's the safeguards and it's contained and blah, 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 blah. There will not be a meltdown. Basically, the container that they build to house those rods is supposed to be several thousand degrees, capable of withstanding several thousand degrees hotter than what those exposed rods can become.
Really?
Yeah. I'll have to go back and read the whole thing and double check what I'm saying, but that's kind of the gist of what I was getting from it. Now, you may get radiation from releases, uncontrolled releases, roofs being blown off and stuff, but as far as it actually melting through the ground and, heading towards the core, until it hits the water table and explodes, that he says that's not going to happen. So just as usual, the media playing things up for their benefit.
Huh. Well, I can't find that other link. I think Matt had IM'd it to me on my on our G-Talk,
right.
But I will get it on there tomorrow. But I posted the link to the 2 videos on there, and when I get it tomorrow, I'll get it up on there for everybody to see that one with all the the pictures, before and after pictures.
Hang on, I'm getting a request here. Let's see.
I just wanted to say XJ Talk is the best fucking site in the fucking world, and if you think you know of a better fucking site, fuck you. By the way, this is Big Jim 350.
I was wondering why that was so low. Let's try that again.
I just wanted to say XJ Talk is the best fucking site in the fucking world, and if you think you know of a better fucking site, fuck you. By the way, this is Big Jim 350.
There we
go.
Paul was talking about that in the chat room. I love that. That's hilarious. I need more. You know how they on Saturday Night Live they say need more cowbell, need more Big Jim.
Well, there's a couple pretty good ones on the. Hey, when are you going to start doing the voting?
Well, I wanted to give people enough time to chime in just in case theirs wasn't there. Kind of like Ordeldin did. He
I don't know how to pronounce him either.
He pronounced his name, and I have to go back and listen to that. And I'm going to mention that. I'm glad I thought about that. How much courage would you have to call in to a contest using a language that was not your primary language and record your voice so that you could hope to win a contest? I mean, we've got people that are primary English speakers that didn't join in on this contest, and that I can't imagine anybody that wouldn't want a free ignition system for their Jeep. I mean, 91 to 2000 or 91 through 1999. That's a lot of years. That's a lot of Jeeps that it would fit. And a lot of people didn't enter simply because they didn't want to record their voice. Yet
I know.
Yet this guy from Mongolia calls in and does the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought that when I was listening to that earlier today. I thought, wow. I mean, wow. It's not his. Hey, Tony, let me let you go because Matt's beeping in, and I want to ask him about that link and have him email that to me.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for answering the call.
All right, talk to y'all later.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool that Orderden would take a time to record that, and I don't know if you guys have gone over and listened to. Yeah, that's exactly Paul. Paul says, I don't like to leave voice messages. One of the greatest fears that people have is, and more so than death, more so than dying, the greatest fear people have is speaking in front of a large group of people. And, if I got up in front of several thousand people, I might have the same problem. It doesn't bother me thinking about it. I think I could do it. I'd want to make some jokes. If I made some jokes and didn't get any laughs or got some nervous pity laughter, I might start getting a little nervous. But it really doesn't bother me to talk to people. It really doesn't bother me to leave voice messages. So I guess that's one of the things that I was kind of having a hard time understanding when week after week I would say, hey guys, this is our number, 530, blah, 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 blah. Where is that? Yeah, here we go. 530-675-4102. That's the voicemail number. You guys call in questions. And I thought, you know, how nice would it be to get yourself on a show that literally 11 people listen to all over the country and actually a couple places in the world, New Zealand and Mongolia for sure. And, you know, to get your question, not to have, you don't have to listen to me all the time, but, you know, no, nothing. I mean, I got a couple. I got one from Steve. I got one from Brian XJ. You know, Big Jim did his wonderful promos that I just love. With this contest, Wellman jumped in with both feet and made a couple of very nice promos. One regular, one kind of blue in the Big Jim 350 scheme of things, and just hilarious. Very well done. And I was just really surprised that for a $200 prize, and you know, 170, 180, that we didn't get more entries for something that was so simple to do. You dial the number. Everybody has, at least I think everybody has long distance included with your cell service. You dial a number. Nobody's going to answer the phone. It's just voicemail. So you don't have to worry about talking to anybody, telling them what you're going to do, blah, 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 blah. It's just you call. It's a voicemail greeting. You leave your voicemail. And in the contest, I even said, if you don't like it, call it in again. I'll use the last one that you leave. And what did we have? 5, 7, 8 entries. It's, you know, $200 prize and 8 entries. And then, you know, I really, really appreciate the 4 or 5 people that took the time to record those things, to call them in and leave those messages. Thank you very much. But I really am surprised. I know that we have more than 8 people that were interested in that kit. And I guess I was looking at it from the standpoint of how I would view it, and I have no problem calling and leaving a voicemail. I might be a little slow to do it because I would try to think of something clever so I could stand out and, you know, help my chances of winning. But, well, that's a shame, Paul. I wish you had of, obviously. Punisher 72, Paul says, I wanted to so bad, but I just didn't get a chance to. Well, I mean, wouldn't anything have been better than not having, not entering? I mean, you don't know. People are going to vote on this, and you don't know how they're going to vote. You don't know why they're going to vote. It may be, I mean, as far as I know, it's going to be a popularity contest. It may not have anything to do with what's said in the audio clip at all. It could just be who you are and how they know you from the site. I mean, well, you know, Dalton says, can we pay them off? I don't think I put anything in the rules about that. I just didn't want moderators, admins, or vendors trying to get the prize. I just didn't think that was right. So, you know, and I need to go outside and collect all the bits and put it in a box. I was going to try cleaning them up too, because as you guys may recall, this is a kit that I got. Well, yeah, actually, this is right. I bought the kit for my Jeep, and then I had problems getting it to work. Everything worked with the exception of the coil wire going, of course, from the coil to the cap. If I put the original coil wire that I had on there back, it ran fine. Otherwise, it ran really rough, like it was like one of the spark plugs was missing. I mean, there was a miss. It wasn't firing properly. And then I finally figured out what the problem was, and it was just something really unusual. And I take that back. I finally found out, but only after Performance Distributor, trying to help me, sent me they sent me like 3 shipments of parts, and basically I wound up with a whole nother kit minus the rotor. I got another cap. I got another full set of plug wires. I got another coil, a high voltage coil, everything. And the only thing I didn't get was the rotor. So this kit it's used, but it has 200 miles on it, 50 miles on it. And the fine folks down at Performance Distributor, actually the owner, I told him, I said, hey, if you let me keep the kit, I'll put up some advertisement on xjtalk.com for you. And I didn't think they were going to take it back anyway, but I figured this would be a great way to get the kit and give it to one of you guys. And he said, sure, no hesitation, none whatsoever. So, it's a $200 kit, and basically I got $400 worth of stuff. And I've got the replacement parts on my Jeep, and the original parts I have in a box outside, and I just need to collect it all and put it in a box so I can ship it out to the winter. Well, I still say, Paul says he starts to mumble. I still say, if you go and listen to our member from Mongolia, that's an inspiration, because and I think I have a lot more respect for people whose primary language isn't English, because of my wife and her family. Of course, they're originally from Mexico, and they came here and they had to integrate themselves into this society. And I think it might be one of the reasons why I'm just so impressed when we have members from other countries, because it impresses me, because not only do we have some people elsewhere in the world that love their Jeep Cherokee like we do, many of them are going to the additional trouble of trying to understand our language because of that love and because of how they enjoy xjtalk.com. And remember, Orderdeen, ODRDEEN, I believe. Not only is he a xjtalk member, he's a subscriber. He subscribed to the site for a year because he enjoys it so much. I am just humbled and honored to have somebody from the other side of the world want to subscribe, pay his hard-earned money to be a super member, a subscriber to xjtalk.com. I mean, hats off. And then to take the time to record a promo and a question in English so we can all understand it, and then send it to me so that I can put it up on the site. I mean, that's a lot of guts. So, hats off. Great member. He's been there for a long time, and he's on every day. And I'm very, like I said, humbled and honored. Yeah, I think Scottish accent's pretty cool. It's pretty funny. A friend of mine told me his dad was actually originally born in Scotland, and he came over here, and my friend and his brother, I think, were both born in the United States, but his dad had a very strong Scottish accent. And he said, I don't know, probably back in the 70s is when he said this. His dad said, after living here for a while, in his thick Scottish accent, the thing that's the thing that's wrong with the United States today is too many foreigners. There's too many foreigners. He said, there's too many foreigners here, in a heavy Scottish accent. And Greg said, and he was serious. So, what are you going to do? It's it's not so much where you're from, it's where you think you belong. And I think that's one of the reasons why we're so lucky with xjtalk.com, because so many people here feel like they belong at xjtalk.com. Hey, how was that for a segue? Well, you guys may have just gotten here, but I've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes. So, thanks, and I'm going to wrap this up. And, hey, I'll see you guys back on the site. xjtalk.com. And remember, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time is our regularly scheduled show. And this week, we're just going to do kind of what we did tonight. We're going to have a question and answer from the questions that people called in for the contest. And just live chat. People can call in. So, get your telephone charged. If you got Skype, get xjtalk. I think it's xjtalk.com. Get us added in there as a contact so that you can call in via Skype. Much better audio quality on Skype. If you don't have Skype, but you got broadband internet and a computer, go over and download Skype at skype.com. It's free. The call into the show is free. We were speaking with Wayne earlier. He called in on Skype. So it works great. So we're going to do live calls tomorrow and question and answers. Anyway, tomorrow, 8 p.m., and that's every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central. Ustream.tv/channel/xjtalk or www.xjtalk.com/ustream.php. Anyway, guys, have a great night. I'll see you on the site. xjtalk.com.
xjtalk.com.
It's where you go when you're not off-road.
Hello, this is Kurt, aka Weldman from Wisconsin. If you're looking to get some great information or share what you know about your fucking XJ, and you need to see some fucking pictures of other XJs to get some ideas and how-tos, then this is the fucking place. We come from all over the fucking world, so you might even make a few great friends. You won't find a better group of fucking people to chat with. And best of all, we don't fucking judge you for your ride. So stock or super fucking modified, you always welcome here. So look no further. xjtalk.com is the fucking place you need to be. So sign up, sign in, and have some fucking fun.
Aww.